Hi, I'm Ayan,
And I'm Sid.
and you're watching Every Car.
Fun fact, did you guys know that the first car sold by Hyundai officially in India was the Santro? It was released all the way back in 1983. The car is more than 20 years old and is still being sold in India.
Speaking of Hyundai, today we're going to be talking about the Hyundai Alcazar. It's going to be the Creta's older brother, and it's going to be right below the Tucson. It is set to come with a 6 or 7 seat layout, and it's not going to have a big price difference compared to the Creta.
The car is largely based on the Creta. For example, the front fascia is very similar to it. It's also set to get a slightly newer grille and a bigger Hyundai badge to accommodate the big car feeling. It's also set to get newer 18-inch alloys compared to the 17-inch alloys that you used to get on the higher trims of the Creta. The sides of the car are also very different. They have made changes to the side of the car to accommodate the extra row at the back. It's also getting a side step which aids in getting in and out of the car. The rear section of the car is also set to be quite different. There are talks about getting new bumper designs and getting tail light designs into the Alcazar. The tailgate and the roofline are also set to be much higher compared to the Creta to provide max headroom in the third row. It's also set to get a sporty dual exhaust setup at the back.
Like the exterior, the interior is also going to take a lot of inspiration from the Creta. Things like ventilated seats as well as a panoramic sunroof is to be expected in the car. It should be available in a 7-seat bench seat layout or a 6-seat captain chair layout. With the 6-seat layout, you get the bench seats as well as the center console with cup holders as well. You should get the same 10.25-inch center display as well as the same gauge cluster in the Hyundai Creta. The second row seating is pretty comfortable and pretty spacious, but when it comes to the third row seating, it gets pretty tight back there and it should only be for kids. The second row seating also gets sliding and reclining seats, so you can sit in a very comfortable position in the car. The access to the third row is also made very easy with a one-touch tumble function.
Talking about the powertrain in the Hyundai Alcazar, it is set to come with two engines. One is a 2-liter 4-cylinder petrol and one is a 1.5-liter turbo diesel, which is available in the Creta as well. With the introduction of the Alcazar, Hyundai is also planning on releasing the new 2-liter 4-cylinder petrol, which is not there in any other car in the Hyundai lineup. It's set to get 160 horsepower and 191 Newton meters of torque, which I don't think are great numbers, but in most Indian roads you're going to be using just with the release of the new Alcazar in India, Hyundai is also planning on releasing a new engine, the 2-liter 4-cylinder petrol, which is set to get 159 horsepower and 191 Newton meters of torque, which I think are pretty healthy numbers. They are not great, but I think you're going to be able to use only that much power in most Indian roads. The petrol engine is set to come with a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic gearbox. The 1.5-liter diesel engine is an all-familiar engine which is put in the i20, the Verna, the Creta, the Seltos. Most Kia and Hyundai cars in the market today get the same diesel engine. It has about 115 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque, which are really bad numbers in my opinion, but it is what it is. It's set to get a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic. With the introduction of the 2-liter petrol engine, Hyundai also promises a 0 to 100 km an hour in under 10 seconds, which is pretty great.
As it is with most cars, the diesel variant of the car is always guaranteed to give you better gas mileage than the petrol variant. And the same goes for the Hyundai Alcazar. The figures that we're going to be showing you now are all speculation, and we've taken inspiration from the Hyundai Creta. All the petrol versions should get about 14 kilometers per liter. With the diesel manual, you should be expecting around 19 kilometers per liter. And with the diesel automatic, you should be expecting around 15 kilometers per liter. But then again, this is all speculation, and we will find out the actual figures when the car comes out.
In terms of what we think of the car, the SUV segment is a market that is ever growing and is very competitive. All the brands have realized the fact that they have to put one of their best products out there for them to compete in the market. Hyundai is always known for its reliability, and this is going to be no different. You can expect the car to not leave you broken down in the middle of the highway. The engines in most Hyundai cars are very refined, so you won't expect a lot of engine noise in the cabin, so you would enjoy long distance drives a lot if you prefer to do those. With that, if you add the comfy suspension to the mix, you've got a great driving experience overall. We Indians always look for the latest tech in our cars, and this car will surely provide all of those. It could do with a slightly better interior because it's got a lot of hard plastic scattered around the interior. Like its smaller brother Creta, it should also sell in lakhs and should be the king of the segment. If Hyundai is smart with its pricing, the Alcazar should be as successful as the Creta, which is great considering the fact that it was the best-selling car in India in the month of May 2021.
With all of that being said, we should expect a release date around the festival of Diwali, which is in November. And lastly, we come to the EC score. And the EC score for this car is
8 out of 10. Now I've given the Alcazar 8 out of 10 and we've deducted 2 points because firstly, it's a big car and it's a proper SUV, and 99% it's not going to come with a 4-wheel drive system, and I feel like it's quite disappointing. The competitors also don't get it, but I feel like it as a full-size SUV it's supposed to get 4-wheel drive system. Another reason why we didn't give it a 10 out of 10 was because it gets a lot of hard plastics around the interior, and I think that can be a deal breaker for some people.
That's about it for the Hyundai Alcazar. If you did enjoy the video, please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out a lot. If you want to watch our last video, you can watch it up here or up here. I keep forgetting.
If you want to subscribe to our channel, click somewhere here. And if you want to watch a video that YouTube recommends you will like from our channel, click here. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Goodbye.